You and I did a podcast, and you talked about your system, and now you're going to show us on a horse.
Okay, so what it basically is just trying to find medial lateral balance and using the external reference of the frog, and particularly the central sulcus of the frog and the frog stay as a perpendicular orientation to P3.
Okay, let's see it.
So I use this little gauge, call it the MML gauge, the Miller medial lateral gauge.
Okay.
And that just is a guide.
All right. Hey, you usually trim with gloves?
No.
Okay. Because they don't hurt your hands. Pretty well defined central sulcus on this one.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool. So if you have a look, you can see your central sulcus, you can see the V, you can see your frog stay here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you line your gauge up, slightly high on this lateral heel.
Okay, I'm going to just hold what you got and I'll see if we can get it on top. All right, that shows up. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So based on that, you're trimming lateral heel.
I'm going to trim lateral heel and then pretty even all the way around the rest of the foot.
Okay. And these are the brand new GE that they just came out with. See what you think.
Cool. So I like to check and check and check again. That's a habit that I have.
Okay, so just after the nip, we got pretty much close to there, huh?
Yep.
All right.
There's not a whole lot of raft work we did after that snip.
Yep. And if you were doing a shoe, would you have trimmed anything different?
I would have trimmed flat.
Okay, so instead of putting the bevel on it and you trim, you would have just had it flat.
Yep.
All right. Well, this is just for field trim.
And I'm a very conservative frog trimmer.
Dopa.
That knife kind of caught me off guard. Left hand knife.
Yeah. There's a good chance that my wife's knives are extremely dull. Let me grab my knife.
No, you're right.
You don't need it?
Yeah, this is fine. So I'll just take off what's absolutely necessary.
So that's all you'd want to take off anyway.
Yeah.
Now, he had a little metal piece. Here shows how that's used.
I'll show you that in a second.
Okay. So job done.
Okay, I'll pull that foot forward still. Give it a tidy up. Let me do that thing. Let me get the trim done on the foot. Come on.
Do you want to stand?
You're right.
You got one?
Yeah.
And you brought that stand with you from Africa.
Yeah, called the knee stand.
I don't always let someone else trim my horse, but I do. They better be AWCF minimum. Hey.
So, and when you bring the foot forward like this, it allows you to sort of have a look and try and follow your shape of your foot down to the bearing border, and that shows you where you're going to dress and where you're going to leave it.
Okay.
So, just have a last check. Come on, mate. I still like to use the same manner of holding my foot, so I'll have my right hand holding my left front foot.
Right, outside arm.
Yep.
Slip in.
That'll work for me.
And that is the view that you would like to see. All right. Very cool.
Okay, now, so what we've done, we've been kind of trying to develop a little radiopaque marker that shows up on radiography, which will also allow us radiographically to see whether we're on the right track or not, and whether we do have that perpendicular orientation that we're looking for, which for me is an indicator of good medial lateral balance. So I've had these little steel little chaps laser cut. Good catch, look at that. And then what we do, we place them here in the correct position. What I do is put a little bit of a curve into
That stem.
into the stem, and then I just super glue that onto the foot so it stays there and it kind of rolls round.
Okay.
And then when you put the foot down, you take your DP x-ray. Every one that we've x-rayed so far has been perfectly in line
They gave you a lot of information.
and it's given us a lot of information, so it's really put us into the right track.
All right.
For me, it's all about the center of pressure at mid-stance. How a horse is going to land is how it's going to land. The forces are far greater at mid-stance than they are at landing, and the horse is going to break over. Even with the hoof beats gait analysis, we found that horses are still breaking over pre and post trim pretty much in the same place, which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
So that pretty much sums it up. And then if we go to the hind foot,
Right.
hello. Come up. Come up. So when we're working on the hind foot, as you know, we lift the foot up. You can't sight the foot to an axis, and you can't sight down the leg because of your reciprocal apparatus. But the foot is still going to load, and it's still going to have a point as mid-stance. And so we apply the same principle using the gauge.
And so this gauge, you're looking through that center line at the sulcus, and you don't really care where the bulbs are, right?
No.
So it is simply that line to the sulcus based.
Yep.
And compare that to the heels.
So if I look at my heels on this foot, they're pretty much on point. I'm slightly high inside toe. So
Okay.
that'll be where I'll trim. Chris, if you don't mind giving me some. What's there, please? Thank you. And even when I'm trimming it at an angle like this for a horse that is unshod, I'm still going to trim where I want to trim the foot. That kind of puts me in the ballpark. Full bit. Full bit. Full bit. Full bit. A little bit more, a little bit lateral heel, medial toe, and we're on point.
Okay. All right.
Here we are.
All right, well done, Robbie. I'm going to try the Miller medial lateral gauge. This will be my first time to try it. I've watched Robbie use it. I have heard about it, and now I'm going to see how it agrees with my eye. So this ought to be kind of a cool experiment. So one thing I do before I ever get under a horse is I clean out the commissures, and I use my left knife to do that. Now, my eye is telling me that she's going to be slightly high on that lateral heel. So let's see what this gauge tells me. So I put that down, and actually, according to the gauge, we're fairly even. So let's let me trim and see what I got. I do like to do just a touch of knife work on my frog prior to my nip. And all of that.
Not.
I offer Liv to use it. So she's pretty even. Whoa, these are nice.
They are nice, aren't they?
Yeah. One thing that you guys will find is the flatter you nip, the easier it is to rasp. But that takes a couple of days to learn. All right, with the field trim, that's pretty much all I need. I like leaving lots of sole. And it looks like I'll put my gauge, slide her down. Looks like we made the balance rafter. Okay.